Hey, how's it going, YouTube? It's your homeboy Lil back again with another video from ATOZY, and we're about to go in with another TikTok trend, y'all. See what the kids are doing. Dumbass shit, I'm sure. All right, let's see what it is.
As we were looking into the stupid behavior that happened because of the internet culture. So today we're looking at two different TikTok challenges that sadly had similar outcomes because they were similar challenges. And the first one coming out of Alabama, where a woman by the name of Tiffany Crutcher rescued her son, Zion, with her bare hands after he became engulfed in flames. How did this happen? Well, apparently he saw a TikTok challenge where teenagers were pouring rubbing alcohol onto their hands and body and then lighting it on fire. What could go wrong? Well, apparently it seems like he lit the fire while he was still pouring the alcohol, so the fire traveled up the bottle and blew up the bottle, covering him in flaming alcohol. Tiffany told the New York Post that she was immediately there because she heard the explosion. Terrifying as a parent to hear that.
Y'all are gonna have to let me know about this one in the comments. Like, what? That's like, don't try this at home, kids.
Coming out of the bathroom. And the New York Post wrote about it saying, unfortunately, the shocking stunt did not turn out well for the 13-year-old who suffered injuries on 45% of his body from the waist up, with 3rd and 2nd degree burns on his stomach, chest, face, and neck. Tiffany recalled her son running out of the bathroom, panicking. I tried to put him out with my hands first, she said. We were taught to stop, drop, and roll, so I tried that. It didn't work. Eventually, her youngest child, Zaylin, handed her
like
fire extinguisher she used to put out the flames. Shout out Zaylin for potentially saving his brother's life. He was completely on fire from the waist up, Tiffany revealed. It was terrifying. And afterward, Tiffany barely recognized her son. His face looked very bad for me. His face was so swollen, she recalled to Kennedy News, it was awful, I was in shock. His arms were the worst, they were burned 3rd degree, full thickness, all the way around and down both arms, she continued. Doctors had to cut.
I don't want to seem like insensitive to the situation, you know what I mean? Because obviously they are still kids, but at the same time, it's kind of like, bro, alcohol, fire. It's the same as gasoline, fire. Like, that's nuts. Kids, don't do it. Y'all the future, I guess. Oh my God, that's a scary thought. But all right, let's go.
Incisions along the child's arms to allow circulation from the swelling. What an absolute nightmare. This goes to show that you really need to teach your kids from an early age. Don't do stupid stuff you see on the internet. The mother of 3 remembered setting candles around the house because a storm was approaching the area and could knock out their power. However, that's when her son took it as an opportunity to pursue the life-threatening stunt. After Zion snagged a lit candle, he found alcohol in a bathroom cabinet and sparked the flames. And of course, to make everything worse, this kid now has to go to therapy to learn how to use his hands and arms again. He said that he was just experimenting. He didn't know that it would explode. He's into science. He didn't know it would do that. He just wanted to see what it could do. And the investigators did confirm that he got
What are they teaching in the schools these days? Didn't they say little bro was like 13 or something like that? Like, what are they teaching in the schools? Damn.
This idea to do this from a TikTok challenge. The mother did say that she's tried to warn her son from doing other stupid TikTok challenges in the past, like the whole blackout challenge, but apparently he only listened to not doing that challenge and took it upon himself to do another challenge. I mean, hey, we were all young and dumb once, and unfortunately some people have to find out the hard way. I almost died as a 13-year-old because I was standing on a ledge, which was a dirt ledge. We were kind of staring down I would say like an 80-degree drop, so you would slide down of just loose dirt all the way down. I was all the way on the edge, and my friends were like, hey, you shouldn't probably be standing on that edge. So I was like, oh really? So I started jumping like a moron, and essentially a whole chunk of dirt standing on that edge around me just collapsed through. So I slid probably 150 yards down, and I caught myself in a Norwegian plant called Brendesle, which is essentially a weaker version of poison ivy. So I remember clawing at that, and I caught myself in the roots of that, and that stopped me going halfway down the hill. If I kept going down, I would have fallen off a rock cliff and wouldn't be making videos like this for you guys today. So sometimes you just have to do something very stupid and
all right, since it's story time, I'm gonna tell you something. So I used to skateboard whenever I was younger, like a teenager, early 20s. And you know, they have like can't even remember what it's called, but like, you know, those bars of like grease or whatever, you rub it on the rails and everything like that to, you know, so you can slide better and everything. I don't even know why. I'm like 16. Me and my cousin are about to go drive to the skate park, and I have a screwdriver, and I'm just kind of like twisting it. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make like a little a little tunnel in the soap bar basically. So I'm digging in the thing, and I push too hard, push the screwdriver, burst through this part of my hand, and no fake, the screwdriver's this deep in my hand, y'all. Like, it was nuts. Teenagers are gonna do dumb shiz, you know what I mean? They're gonna live somehow, but well, you know, I don't know, man.
learn from it, because guess what? I have never stood on a ledge ever again, and especially not jumped. But that resulted in me tearing off a whole bunch of my skin from my chest, a whole bunch from my arms, and it took me about an hour and a half, I think, to climb back up that ridge, which was terrifying. So personally, I'm just very happy I didn't have viral TikTok challenges to follow growing up, because that was my own stupidity. But it says that her son spent 1 month in a hospital and has received 4 skin grafts. What a terrible experience for him. With 2 more years before complete recovery. The kid must go to a burn clinic and therapy for treatment. He's learning how to use his hands and arms again. The pain from it and going through the therapy upsets him because he knows he has a long road to recovery. She also admitted that she isn't hard on her 13-year-old after the incident, as kids make mistakes, and he is beating himself up about it. He's traumatized. He gets into moods and says he doesn't know why he did it, she said. There's sadly no...
I'm sick of all this, like, oh, you're gonna hurt the kid's feelings. You're already feeling about it. Like, I dig it. I feel it. But if the only reason I know not to do a lot of the things I don't do now is because my mom was really like, hell no. You're not ever doing this again. I don't ever want to have this conversation again. And little buddy they said that he had already been his mom already warned him about doing TikTok challenges. I'm sure he didn't expect it to go to this extent, but you know what I'm saying? Damn, man, poor kid, dude.
Real solution to this, because kids do stupid stuff. The only thing you can try to put in place is to make sure they don't do something they see on the internet without talking to a responsible adult first. Because if they had someone they looked up to and they approached and said, hey, this trend is going viral on TikTok, can we do this? And the adult said, well, unless you want to risk going to burn therapy for 2 years, maybe you shouldn't do that. Most likely the kid wouldn't have done it. But speaking of the burn unit, another kid ended up there because of another TikTok challenge, which isn't only a TikTok challenge, it's something that kids have been doing for decades, which is incredibly stupid, but has again been popularized and viralized on platforms like TikTok.
Mason Dark's 16, and like other guys his age, he likes to have fun.
See all the boys? That's so cool. Like, I mean, this is where they hang out.
He's also an athlete who makes his family proud. But his reaction to a social media challenge last Sunday has him recuperating in the UNC hospital's burn unit. It appears he used a spray paint can and a lighter in an attempt to generate flames like a blowtorch.
Oh no, again, that has been around for ages, but you're essentially playing Russian roulette, because as soon as fire enters that can, it's blowing up in your hands.
We always think we know.
I've done that too. Alright, I might be the dumbass kid from back in the day that I'm talking about. Oh my god. So me and a couple friends used to do this. Like, you get an old Axe can of spray. You just heard from your friends, like, oh, you're going to shoot it and make a fireball, and you do it. Luckily, nothing's ever happened. But now, as an adult, I could see, like, oh, shit, that could have taken a spin, yo.
Everything. And that's hard with the challenges, and they see these things. They see these things on social media. They see all these different people doing it, and it, for them, like, it's fine.
Know if we're gonna
people
ever
do it, and they're
That's
okay.
not just social
but
media.
It just takes that one time.
I do feel what she's saying, but I don't appreciate how she's putting that one just on social media, because for real, I ain't gonna do all that to myself, but you know what I mean? Like, whenever I was a kid and social media wasn't like as big as it is now, believe me, people were doing this for some reason. Like, people didn't know like the extent of how large the fireball was about to be that they're making, or like a few drops getting on your skin, and all of a sudden, like, nobody knew that. Kids know better now, though. We do have the internet. Like, that's crazy that it's still going on to me.
For someone to try it, or for something to go wrong.
Flames sparked by that dangerous combination burned Mason on nearly 80% of his body. His mother told us he jumped into the same water seen here near a Raleigh Greenway to put the fire out. And with news of the fire spreading fast on social media.
I mean, the spray paint and lighters and like all of that, that's been going on, you know, for years and years.
Oh, that is a lose-lose for him. Keep burning or jump in the water and risk infections. Yeah, I guess don't put yourself in that position to begin with. So obviously the best move here is to not put yourself in that position to begin with, but I'm assuming he probably picked the best decision, because the longer he burns, the more damage it's going to be. Infections can be treated, most of them at least. So that's definitely being stuck between a rock and a hard place. So if there's a takeaway from this, don't do any stupid stuff you see on TikTok. It can save you a whole bunch of pain. Overall, we're just living in such an interesting time. People are just being incentivized to do more and more crazy stuff. I have a video coming up with 2 guys who filled their entire school.
I'd have to 100% agree. Like, kids, please, please, please at least like if you're gonna do something, like you see something on social media, TikTok, YouTube, whatever, Instagram, Snap, like whatever you're doing, at least go look up look up the popping viral video, but then look up the very critical, crucial, bad video of what's going on. You know what I mean? Because it's like, dude, you can light yourself on fire. But I know the videos that are like going up that kids are looking at, anybody really you're looking at, is the one where it's like, oh, you survived, oh, you made it, oh, you did it. It looked dope. But for real, y'all, don't do this. If y'all have any crazy stories about whenever you were a teenager, I'd love to hear it. But man, please say to children, yo. But once again, y'all already know what it is. I know y'all could have been anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, but y'all came to choose to kick it with me today. And I really do appreciate y'all for that. It's your homeboy Lil logging out. Preach.